Hi, I'm Chris Fry, and you're watching the February MDTS video training tip. This month we have guest presenter Michael deBethencourt of Northeast Tactical Schools and Snubtraining.com, and he's going to be speaking with us about the various speedloaders available on the market today and some of their pros and cons. Check out Michael at www.snubtraining.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Bethencourt from Snubtraining.com, and this afternoon I want to take a look at 5 commonly available speedloaders and identify some of their advantages and their limitations, which will help you make the best possible decision for carrying spare ammunition. The first loader I want to take a look at is the Dade loader. This is a classic loader. It's one of the oldest that's currently available. It has a couple of advantages and a few limitations. Its biggest advantage is that it's a particularly easy loader to load. Just insert the rounds and press down on the noses of the bullets. What you will find on occasion is there is one round that's a little bit more challenging to press in. It's a very simple trick to give it a small turn and it will sit in. It has the advantage of having the largest activator button of all the speedloaders. It's a very easy one to work. It does have one limitation though. It will on occasion, with a particularly heavy round like a 158 grain, and if it takes a particularly firm shock, it will on occasion lose a round. But if you're using something in a lighter bullet, maybe a 125, a 110, or perhaps a frangible round, that generally doesn't tend to be the case. I wouldn't have any hesitation using this, and I have on occasion carried it as a self-defense speedloader, provided that I'm using a particularly light round for it. The next speedloader I want to take a look at is the HKS. This is another classic loader. It's been around for years. It has the virtue of also being a particularly easy reloader to load. It's very secure. Some find the fact that the rounds rattle a little disconcerting, but it in no way affects reliability. The only limitation to it is that a lot of newer shooters confuse the release knob with a holding handle, and it is not. When you draw your weapon and you go to insert it, you have to make sure that you secure the cylinder so that as you turn the knob, the cylinder doesn't turn with it. If you can remember to secure it, you're going to have a very reliable speed loader. The next speed loader I want to take a look at is the Safariland Comp 1. This is a popular speed loader. It has several advantages. Foremost, it is a particularly compact speed loader. It's a very reliable speed loader and a very secure one. Some shooters find it a little bit challenging to lock the rounds in place. There's a very simple trick for working around that. You can take the locking knob and press it up, and as you're turning it in one direction, twist the body of the speed loader in the other, working in both directions simultaneously. It will generally lock the rounds cleanly. Another issue you want to be aware of, and a small loading trick that you might find of value, is that once you've inserted the speed loader into the weapon, sometimes when you're pressing down on the body to release the rounds, if it isn't exactly square, if it's slightly forward, outboard, or inboard, it will on occasion bind. A very simple trick to avoid that is as you're pressing down on the body of the speed loader to lift up at the weapon simultaneously. That will generally keep the rounds squared and they'll drop in clean. The next speed loader I want to take a look at is Buffer Technologies Jet Loader. This is a very reliable speed loader, also easy to load. It is one I wouldn't hesitate, one of two, I wouldn't hesitate to carry as a self-defense loader. It's very secure. There are some who will note that this exposed spring would invite a certain amount of detritus. I don't find that in actual operation that's the case. It's very reliable, very strong, well made. Much like the Dade loader, very easy to activate. It's a very positive speed loader, and almost no limitations whatsoever. But not my first choice as a self-defense speed loader. Last but not least, I want to take a look at the SL variant speed loader. Many shooters consider this the Cadillac, the gold star of self-defense speed loaders, myself included. For quite a number of years, it was not available. Currently, we have the custom holster maker specializing in snub revolvers and speed loader holders, Bob Max, just started reintroducing them, importing them from Germany. Each one of the charge holes is individually spring-loaded. There's a locking clamp to hold onto the rim. It's a particularly strong, well-made, and reliable speed loader. It comes with a sport grip attachment for competition shooters, and it's an excellent tool for gloved use in cold weather. There is one advantage, one small loading trick you may want to know. Unlike the HKS, this knob can be used as a release knob, but I would recommend that when you insert it into the cylinder, take the body of the speed loader, press down as opposed to the thumb. You get a little bit more purchase, and applying the same applications you did with the Safariland Comp 1, lift up at the same time you lift down. It's a very positive release, and if I had to limit myself to just one speed loader, invariably it would be the SL variant.